I just remembered the other day I would be laying in the bathtub, right? And I was laying there for a while. And I remember this thought that I had, right? I remember how I thought about this stuff that I ordered online, right? Which I was under the impression that it was estrogen, right? And I remember how it made me feel so free, being actually able to order this stuff and for once, like, have some control over my own life and my own decisions, right? Or rather, my own path, right? So I wouldn't have to go to psychiatry and get an allowance to live in accordance with my experienced gender, or I guess maybe it depends on how you want to put it, because it gave me a sense of freedom. This is what it is about, right? And also, I wanted to tell a story about this, because, you know, sometimes I have the idea that, well, first of all, imagine I ordered this unknown substance online and I'm not sure what it is. And then I would sit there and then I would then I would inject it. And I remember how it felt, right? Because I was extremely afraid. And I still did it, right? So maybe in regards to gender dysphoria, this is the things that I would be willing to do, right? And yes, there's that, right? And it made me actually give me wild feelings, right? Gave me quite wild feelings, because I would be afraid, and I remember roaming the city. I would actually feel, and not only because of that, right? Also because of the fact that I had trouble dealing with the agency for work for multiple reasons, right? I didn't receive my letters the way it should have worked. And this is actually a longer story, because, well, I assumed that people were holding back my letters, right? And also my parents were holding back my letters. Or the people that I live with, right? I don't know. My understanding, right? My understanding of this world is a different one, actually. So, but for communication reasons, I use this word, right? So there's that. And I wanted to tell a little story about the stuff that I'd ordered online, and how I was, after I injected it, right, I would see an endocrinologist, and they would tell me, they would give me blood test levels, right, and like they would do a gene test and a blood test, right, and then they would say, oh, the estrogen level is very high, right, and you should probably half the dosage. And well, yeah, I don't know if they actually suggested that, or if it was more like, well, that was what the numbers that I got from this place would suggest, right? They would say, like, they would suggest an overdose. And yes, and I remember thinking to myself, oh, what is this stuff? Well, is it really estrogen, right? And I remember checking the website that I ordered it from, right? And on the website it would say that, and this is also very unfortunate because well, what I injected, right? And people broke into my house and changed the vial, so there's now a new vial that I sometimes use to inject. And so I wouldn't be able to have the original substance that I initially injected, tested, right? So oh, this is interesting. So what I wanted to talk about in regards to this stuff is that the website actually changed, right? Or no. This is bullshit, right? Sorry, I'm a little bit clouded, right? I would. Sorry for that. I'm inside this place for a while by now. So I would think, right? Did I make a mistake? Did I miscalculate it? I have no idea. Quite possible. And so I overdosed. I have no idea. Sometimes I would think to myself, did the website change? And this is what it is, right? I'm gotta clarify this. So sometimes I would think to myself, did the website change? Or did I make a mistake when I measured the dosage? Which is quite possible, I have no idea. Why do I tell you this? Actually, I don't know. I'm a distrustful person, I guess. Sorry. So there's that. And yes. I would I wouldn't get my blood tested again, right? And also I was thinking, like, you see, this is the thing, right? I thought to myself that maybe, right? Maybe psychiatry has an interest, right? For example, right? Or not, no, actually not. But yes, in a sense. I guess it depends, right? I guess it depends. Because people might think, oh, this person is probably psychotic. So we would, since they wouldn't go to psychiatry, right, need to find a way to get this stuff, get them to take these medications, right? And you see, what actually makes me believe that there might be some validity to this is that when I injected it, right, I would get tired and I wouldn't be able to focus normally, right? And that was horrible. And I thought to myself, and I was clouded all hell. But I thought, okay, maybe this is stress, right? Maybe this is, I mean, it's quite traumatic. And also, it was not only that, right? It was also at that time my feet was wild. Stuff happened. A lot of stuff happened back then, right? And yeah, I wouldn't know for sure if it was if it was the feet that was manipulated. That was some sort of hypnotic feed. Which I remember this one picture, right? This one thumbnail I would frequently show. It was an art thumbnail. And there was, I don't know, zu müde zum Leben. Sometimes I thought to myself, oh, is that a hypnotic algorithm? And because, I actually believe in these things, right? And maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just getting tired because of the stuff that I injected at this time. Well, all of this, right? All of this is not important for the point that I'm trying to make, because the point that I'm trying to make is that I've been injecting this stuff, right? And I would frequently get tired. So my assumption would be maybe, right? Maybe this stuff is responsible for that. So there's that. How does the story continue? I was thinking, oh, maybe, like, can you trust the blood test that were done on you? Well, I'm not sure. But and the reason for that is, right, if I look at my body, right, actually things changed, right? But I feel a little bit like it actually changed a lot. Maybe it's actually just estrogen, I have no idea. But did it change also all too much? My body changed. I mean, I have no breasts, right? I should have breast development, right? This is yeah, this is the thing. And actually, I don't know, a little bit, right? A little bit, but only just a little bit. And that might also have to do with the fact that I ingested a whole package of finasteride, right? Which also I'm distressed, and I told a longer story about this in another video as well. But anyways, this is that story, right? This is another story. Because what it is about is that I injected this substance over quite a period by now, and I don't have the breast development that I would expect, right? So what is it then? Is the problem the dosage? I have no idea. I'm thinking about this. Maybe I should actually do some research, right? Would probably be smart. Wait a second. Maybe I'm gonna do it right now.